So without further ado, let's head to the Allen Park facility, the headquarters for the Detroit Lions, and bring in one of the big free agent signings this offseason. Wearing number 1, Cam Sutton. Cam, how you doing, my friend? Welcome to Detroit.
What's up, man?
Hey, Cam,
how y'all doing?
what's going on, Cam? We appreciate your time.
Appreciate y'all having me on.
For sure. Before we dive into your career as a DB and what you're going to do for the Detroit Lions, I understand in February you welcome an addition to the family. Talk about being a father twice over. Baby girl, talk about it, Cam.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. That's the true blessing. You know, my babies are everything. So I have my 2 girls and I have my son as well. I have my son in February, and you know, just the overall enjoyment of the life. Just everything they bring each and every day is that's the true unconditional, the unconditional love, that unconditional feeling, that it keeps you motivated, keeps you drive, it keeps you going, and the babies are special, man. Babies are special, man. They're my babies.
Yeah, they are, man. My sister had a baby in July, so Uncle Braylon, so I definitely understand. And I'm a February baby too, man. So shout out to all the February babies.
I am as well.
Hey, there we go.
Hey, me too, man.
February 21.
Hey, don't forget me.
The February birthday club. I'm January. I'm January 30th. Can I get February?
Yes,
No.
Almost doesn't count.
Hey, Cam. Right, I'll slide it. Cam, talk about this sort of recruitment to Detroit. You were going to get your money anywhere, but can you talk about the recruitment to Detroit and ultimately landing here this offseason?
Yeah, you know, first and foremost, I didn't want it to be a long process for me. You know, over the years, I guess you could say this is kind of my second stint going through free agency. But even the first time around, I signed before free agency. So, you know what I mean? So, didn't necessarily experience the whole, open market or seeing what was going on with teams, and just my overall personality, what I wanted for myself, going into the situation. Obviously, everybody has the perception they want to be with the same team or play at the same organization for their duration. But as you go through business, you go through your work and your craft, you see those opportunities, open up new things or. That's just the nature of the business. And, this is a great opportunity for me. Kind of on a small scale, 2 teams, when I'm speaking of coming out of Pittsburgh to Detroit, kind of in the same sense, you know what I mean? Teams that are on the younger end or coming into a younger end or kind of a younger scene and, finding ways to win, putting together great years. And just all you can do is what you can, your part, in this. And I'm not coming here to be, to dictate or be nothing a part of, the offense or nothing else out of my variable, and my job is to obviously get us off the field, So that was the big approach here, not having a big market, or not wanting to have a big market as far as waiting around for teams to see what's going on. Because at the end of the day, it's just about me being comfortable, having comfortability for myself and my family, and then obviously getting to that ball. And I'm gonna make anywhere home. I'm gonna adapt to any situation. I'm gonna adapt to whatever's going on around me. So that all those big things weren't big escapes for me. But it just made sense, from my family, from football, the team, and just from overall spectrum of talking about Detroit, a team that was top 5 in offense, and we did saying some things, the defense that kind of up and down the season or just up a duration of the season. You have your ebb and flows, or you have your highs and you have your lows. And I look at the same situation, whereas it's the defense. Excuse me.
No, you good, brother. It's your show, man. Rock and roll, baby.
Yeah. But it's that I don't want to say it not in a selfish way, but it's all about the defense, man. It's all about getting to that ball and you know what I mean, creating opportunities for the offense. We know what our offense can do. We know how they control the games and going to put their best foot forward to put us in best positions to win games. And all you gotta tell me is that all I gotta do is do my job to get us off the field. That's what I do anyways. So that's not nothing out of the norm. And then just all the business aspect, everything else fell in line. And like I said, at the end of the day, I'm here to play football. I'm here to to make an impact on the community and the people around me, and then obviously in this organization, from a older role or whatever you want to, you know what I mean? It's just all for us to keep coming together, man, and and really trying to do special things here.
Hey, Cam, don't worry. As long as you're getting the ball back to Jared Goff in that offense, I don't think they mind if you say it's all about the defense.
Yeah,
hey,
man.
Talk about this. You know, you played with a guy, actually was drafted with a guy in T.J. Watt, Big Ten guy, had a tremendous career thus far. But the Detroit Lions, now who you're a part of, they got a guy that they can believe can be just as special. Talk about Aiden Hutchinson and what it's going to be like playing with him after playing with T.J. Watt out there in Pittsburgh. Tremendous player in T.J.
Yeah, most definitely. Shouts out to T.J. too, man. You know, same draft class, came in together. And you know, just that same grit, that same, you know, that hunger that I see in him each and every day. How he approached the day, how he approaches work. Obviously, what he's continued to do on the field throughout the duration of the years, and being consistent. You know, playing at a high level and being consistent at a high level each and every year, and you know, really making a statement, not necessarily just in the organization, but around the league. You know, and that speaks bigger than just football. And I see the same kind of intangibles in Aiden. You know, the way he approaches the day, attacks the day. Just his demeanor, you know, he has all the, you know, from stature to size to build, you know, he checks all the boxes. He checks all the boxes with that. And, you know, just his style of play, you know, a guy who's tenacious, a guy who's physical, you know, a guy who flies around and doesn't have a stop button, you know, that's that relentless pursuit, you know, that obviously makes my job a little bit easier.
Heck yeah.
makes my job easier. You know, you got guys like that getting after the ball up front, and you know, love what they do. You know, we're tied to a string. We're hand in hand. So, you know, I do my job, he does his job, and the rest will be history.
Talking to Cam Sutton, Lions big time free agent signing here, wearing number 1 for the Detroit Lions this year. Cam, what was your first conversation like with Dan Campbell? Can you describe it? Do you remember anything about it?
Yeah, man. It was high energy. You know, it was a little emotional because even then, you know, it was more fresh coming out of free agency and getting around the guys, getting around the coaches and everybody. And you know, we just share that same love really for life. You know, it's not just about football. You know, he's the same person, not just in the building, but out of the building as well, and that's very affectionate, very you know, affectionate for the players and the people that are in his circle around him. And I think that's a big reason why, you know, that high energy is not a facade. You know, that's not something that is put on or something that he just kind of turns on when he comes through the doors of the building. You know, that's his nature. You know, so it's easy to gravitate to that. You know, we just shared our, you know, our history, our little bit of, you know, kind of how we're connected. You know, his time in the league, obviously my time in the league, and then just how we can, you know, take the next step here. You know, how can we come together and just see what's best fit. You know, where do I assert myself at, and how do I, you know, stay behind the scene but still, you know, gel with everybody. You know, it's not for me to come in and try to overpower my voice and, you know, just try to come in and lead and take over a situation. You know, I watch these guys, study these guys, and, you know, that's the beauty in it. You know, you show up and you create that continuity with each other. And, you know, it really takes it a long ways. You know, we spend a lot of time in and out of the building. You know, we've spent a lot of time so far, man. It's been cool. We have a great number of the guys here, you know, so that tells a lot. You know, everybody's, you know, all in for what we want to do for the year. You know, all in on just getting better, the craft and overall, and position to position. You know, guys are competing each and every day, hungry, you know, for not just for themselves, but for the guy next to them, and be ready to play some Detroit Lions football, baby.
Cam, speaking of the guy next to him, speaking of that long-time bond, speaking of being there together, trying to figure out what's the key, talk about being reunited with your boy Emmanuel Mosley. Talk about what that's going to be. Yeah, and now you draft Hendon Hooker. This is about to be the Tennessee Volunteers up there. Talk about how special it is to be reunited.
Jeremy here too.
Jeremy is here.
Back too. Yeah. So, great guys, man. You know, obviously it starts with the people. Yeah. You know, with anything you do, that's not just the business that we're in. That's not just what we do. The full connection, the full of the growth or the development is the people, the type of people that you have into what you're doing. And you know, you have again people who are asserting themselves, people who are hungry, people who are, you know, wanting more for themselves. And that's just the full attraction. You know, I'm not here to just, you know, show up and work my couple hours and leave and, you know, just go on about my day and, you know, not be infectious to or not just have gotten better at anything for the day. You know, that's not how I operate. And then obviously with the guys around you, you got them leading and pushing you. You want them pushing you in the right direction as well. And it's been good. It's been good to us. Me and E back in the day, played a lot of ball, together in college. Seeing his evolution of growing from, he was a quarterback. He played defense, obviously athlete, playing both sides of the ball, coming out of high school. All-star quarterback coming out of high school out of Dudley, and seeing his transition to the defensive side. He was smaller in size. I think he probably came in like 150, 160. So just the evolution of his game, evolution of his growth. From a person, from life. It's awesome to see, and then everything just rewards itself full circle. So just being able to be blessed in this situation to play with those guys again, at different times in our lives, and coming around at different times, it's gonna be nice.
Hey, Cam, Tom Mazaway, I wanted to say welcome to town. Thanks for joining us. I wanted to talk about the team that you left, the Pittsburgh Steelers, a historic NFL franchise, and a great coach in Mike Tomlin. And now come here to Detroit, and obviously the Lions haven't had the same success the Steelers have had, but things are really turning for the better here. And I just wanted to get your take on what you took out of Mike Tomlin's way of teaching you to now you're going to talk with Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes.
Yeah.
Just your thoughts.
Man, it's first of all, it's great. Nice to meet you as well. Nice to talk to you. Appreciate the opportunity. My team was everything, man. It's hard to kind of not even like put it in a box or just of a checklist of everything that he of detailing out as a man or just as a human on a day-to-day basis, because like I said, it's the effect is bigger than just football. It's bigger than just the X's and O's. You know what I mean? And the way he was able to gravitate around people, get to guys, not just get to one side of the ball or one position group. The way he was able to teach the game and understanding the fundamentals or the schematics of a game. He's a true historian. His knowledge goes back. It's endless. It's endless, and just his overall dedication to his craft, man. I mean, he's I like to pride myself on and that's just not just showing up, being early in the building and late, but he's spending time, spending nights and days and weeks in that building, and just overall sacrifice. From a family man to so many different things just in life that you don't really see, and you don't get to see all the time, or you don't necessarily know are going on behind closed doors outside of just the final product of what you see on game day. And you kind of have a skewed kind of view on that, you know what I mean? But he's the same each and every day, and that's that's just his, like I said, the approach. His consistency of. There is no off days, there is no down days, and then there's obviously you never be too high, on a day as well. And, just that ebb and flow of just watching how he moved, watching how he carried himself each and every day through the building and out of the building. It was special to see. It was really special to see. And that obviously it definitely molded me in a lot of ways of just carrying myself in the right way, know how to move around rooms and people, all those different factors that, just kind of help you progress in life.
Absolutely. I know it had to probably be hard for you to leave Pittsburgh, but to come here to Detroit, another blue-collar town. Who'd you speak to before you signed here in Detroit? What made you come here besides the money?
So down in Tampa, I'm down in Tampa with a lot of the guys actually down there. I'm down there with Alex Alzone down there.
Yeah.
Down with Derek Barnes. I'm down with Jay Houston. We got if Mel's down there.
Wow.
So just to kind of we got a good collective of groups, or a good collective guys that I had already been training with, kind of in and out of the years, over the years. So I know their work. You know what I mean? I know the guys that are obviously about their craft and obviously about their business. So we already had a great relationship kind of coming into this thing. I wasn't coming to this necessarily blind or not knowing anyone, and which that doesn't take away from new situations and things sometimes, but it definitely gave a sense of ease, already knowing a lot of the guys, being able to kind of get little insights on the scheme and how certain things are moving around the building, around the city, before we even getting here, going into OTAs this year. And it's been smooth sailing. The group is great. They've embraced me since day one. since the first day I stepped in the door. All these guys have made this real comfortable. A nice home for me. And we've been just continue to build on it each and every day. I love our energy and how we attack each and every day throughout the OTA phase right now. And then again, of just having that full capacity group of the guys, showing the dedication of being here, working together. Just seeing the game, all as one, and helping each other, being tied to a string out there on the field. That's that true brotherhood, and it's never necessarily of too early or too late. It could be a too late type of thing, but it's never too early of starting those things and kind of trying to build those things, because you never know what type of phase or when those things will really overheat, into a season. You look into where we were as a team last year, where the team was at as of last year, and obviously it didn't start as hot, as a team. And then obviously in Pittsburgh was the same way, But again, those same things that help prolong a season, the attrition of a season, whether that's injuries, whether that's, whatever it is, you still always come back to what keeps you collective as a group, and that's that brotherhood, that's the love for each other, that's that wanting to compete and not let the person again down to you, down to your left and to your right. So, that's gonna be special for us.
Yeah, 100%. Cam, look, you said you didn't come into the situation blind, so what the Detroit Lions has been for the fan base. What it's been throughout the years. All that. Won't have to talk about that. You guys are in a very good spot right now. What does Cam Sutton bring to this Detroit Lions team in 2023 for the fans to see? They're listening.
I'm just bringing myself. I'm not bringing nothing short of who I am each and every day. A true true gritty person. True. True. It's just true, genuine, man. It's just who I am, not just again under the helmet. Obviously everyone sees that what we do out there on the field, but I'm always about building within the people and who give us the same amount of love and respect and support, just for what we do. And you can never look past that. You can never look past the opportunities and the opportunities that we have each and every day. And someone's gonna come out here and compete. Someone's not gonna never take a day off or play off. Someone who's going to lead and going to just do his job, man. At the end of the day, it's about doing your job, man. And I'm going to do that, until
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm just ready to play, man.
It's go time.
Just to put all the talk and all this other stuff to rest. I'm not worried about all this he say and all that stuff, man, because we know what we can do. I know what I can do, and it's just about being consistent. It's about really taking that next step, really putting our foot on the necks of anybody who step in front of us, man, and really, it's not a shock. Everybody wants to say it's a shock, or these things are going to be a shock, or this is something new, and the team has never done this or that before. Man, that every year is a new life in its own, and I'm not worried about what we did in the past. I'm not even worried about what we did last week. We growing on getting better in the growth of each and every day in its own. And how can we maximize that craft? How can we get better and not take a step backwards? So as long as we progressing and going in the right direction, overall that's going to be beneficial for us. And then just keep asserting myself, man, just how it's needed.
Yeah.
That comes in so many different forms or fashions. Getting around the guys in certain different ways, certain manners. Just being that teacher, that outlet. And again, this is not just about football. This is about the overall growth of human. Overall growth of men. So that's how you really connect and build with men. And it just put us in the right direction. So. Just again, you guys are not gonna get nothing short of just me, very high energy, very high spirited, and just gonna be just that even keel guy that's just really ready here to put the city, not just the team, but the city, on the map. So
hey Cam,
we already are.
Yeah. Hey Cam, I can't thank you enough for all this time you've spent with us. I would be remiss if I did not ask you about wearing the number 1. Braylon wore 1 in college. I feel like it's an attitude and not a number.
We could wear one. We could wear one in NFL at the time.
Can you talk about that?
Yeah, like you said, it's definitely attitude. You know, obviously, you know, the number doesn't make you. You make the number, but you bring that full attitude out. You know, just it's a demeanor. Again, you don't have that expectation on you just because of the number or what it is. I mean, you can put that same expectation on the number 50 and number 99. You know, the expectation is you doing your job, doing what you're brought here to do, and doing that to your best ability. You know, and beyond. So, you know, like I said, I'm ready to do all of that. Like I said, just the appreciation, the love, and the respect, obviously, that, you know, the team has necessarily have shown me or you know, given to me. It's an honor to do those things. You know what I mean? It's an honor and a privilege to wear number one. You know, first and foremost. But again, you know, I have to bring that full attitude each and every day. You know, that's just not just, hey, we give you this jersey just because it's cool, and you know what I mean. You know, it looks good on you, whatever.
I wish they felt like that in Ann Arbor. Jesus Christ.
Right,
My God.
Yeah, you know, just get it because you're cool, and you know, the jersey, it's the biggest jersey, so it fits the biggest guy, or whatever. It ain't none of that.
99.
Like I put work into everything I do, man. Like nobody can never shortchange or my work ethic or whatever I do. You know what I mean? And you know, just all those things are just kind of continuous. I guess you say continuous blessings, man. You know, those just the benefits that are, you know, reaped within your continuous work, and just being yourself, man. Like I said, this ain't nothing new to me. Like I said, it wouldn't have mattered what number I had, as long as I can be able to step between them white lines and healthy and all that. Like, it's a go. You know what I mean? It's a no-brainer. So, you know, that's just my overall approach with it. But it's definitely true respect and an honor for me, though.
Hey, Cam, again, thanks so much for doing this with us. Yeah. We so can't thank you enough. Lots of respect for you, and hope to talk to you again down the road. A lot of people in Detroit very excited that you chose the city of Detroit to spend the next part of your career in, and hopefully many more years after that.
For sure. Yeah, like I said, I'm not a guy to be trying to move around and on the move every couple of years.
Except for when the ball's in there.
Yeah. Like I said, I need to be having opposing teams be shopping around and have them looking around. Where their next move is going to be. But you know, just all continued serious though. You know what I mean? Like I said, I really embrace and appreciate this opportunity, the city, the team. And like I said, that's all you don't need much to have the energy wanting to play, you know, necessarily wanting to play for organization, and just the whole, like I said, the overall opportunity in itself. You know, you can never take that away from being able to do, you know, what we're blessed to do. You know, everybody's not able to do this. Everybody's not able to do this at the highest level, or just for a longer stint of time, or however you want to look at it. You know, so like I said, it's going to be special. We're really excited about it. You know, we feel it. You know, the energy is very infectious, and you know, that's definitely driving us. It's definitely driving us.
All right, Cam Sutton, thanks so much for that. Want to thank the Lions for helping facilitate 100%. That interview as well. Cam Sutton, we'll be watching, my friend. Great stuff. Thanks so much. Best of luck. You got it. You got it. Absolutely.